Then Casemiro update yet. There is a strong possibility for Casemiro to go to Saudi. That remains the case. That remains a strong possibility. Ciao guys, welcome back here on Playback with Fabrizio. We will spend more than 30 minutes, half an hour together to talk transfers, many things happening. So we will be together discussing on all the latest. I will give you some time to enter and we will update on some stories. I already have something for Atletico Madrid fans. For Atletico Madrid fans, I have some update and I will start this live stream with an update on a goalkeeper. I will start this stream by mentioning Atletico and Walter Benitez, the Argentinian goalkeeper of PSV Eindhoven, who is in talks to become a new Atletico Madrid backup goalkeeper with a future at the club because would be a long-term contract. So obviously Oblak is the first goalkeeper, but Atletico Madrid are now in talks to sign Walter Benitez from PSV Eindhoven. They have a genuine interest in the player, so let's see if they can reach an agreement with the player, with PSV. But we start with the news on Atletico Madrid and Walter Benitez, who is a concrete target for Atletico. So talks are taking place between Atletico Madrid and PSV for Walter Benitez. I see all your questions. We will take many questions. We will say something also on Conor Gallagher and other players. And we will clarify on many stories, because there are many things happening on the market. So something also regarding Chelsea. Something obviously regarding Manchester United and Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt, and all the rest of the story. I see many Real Madrid fans also. Lenny Yoro, guys, the situation is still the same. Lenny Yoro is waiting for Real Madrid. So that's the story. And still nothing has changed on that one. But I wanted to bring you something about a Chelsea talent. The name was also mentioned in my tweet a few minutes ago, the name of Rio Ngumoha, this big talent born in 2008, because I have an update on the future of the player. And it's about Rio. I see all your questions, guys. Thank you. I see it's Vati saying no one cares about Chelsea. Give us Liverpool news. And I'm giving you Liverpool news because I'm told that. Let me check. Okay. I'm giving you Liverpool news because I'm told that Liverpool are closing in on a deal to sign the talent from Chelsea Academy, Rio Ngumoha. Born in 2008, he's close to joining Liverpool. The agreement, from what I'm told, is really close, set to be completed soon. Negotiations are very advanced, and so Rio is expected to leave Chelsea and become new Liverpool player. Born in 2008, big talent, big talent. So a really important name on the market. Is not a done deal yet, but it's really advanced. So Liverpool are in advanced conversation and closing in on a deal to sign Rio Ngumoha from Chelsea Academy, born in 2008. So Liverpool are set to break their historical wage structure for the academy for this boy, because they made a really important proposal to Rio. They believe he's going to be a top talent for the future. So this is the news we can share today here, the exclusive update on Playback with Rio close to joining Liverpool from Chelsea Academy. Trust me, I know maybe you can, obviously Liverpool fans, wait for first team players. Obviously, you will have some updates in the next days and weeks on Liverpool signing players for the first team. But Rio is a special talent. Rio is a very big talent coming from Chelsea Academy, not signing a deal at Chelsea, and now ready for a new experience. He was in the list of several clubs, but Liverpool are closing in on this deal. I know many are saying he's 15. Yes, but if you look at the modern football players like Lamine Yamal and many others, these kids sometimes are really special, and Rio is understood to be a really big talent. Then, obviously, guys, I'm not here to judge the career of Rio. I'm here to give you news. Then the technical opinion on the players is not on me, especially in this case, but I can tell you that Liverpool are closing in on this deal for Rio from Chelsea. Then we said on Walter Benitez and Atletico Madrid. Let me take also some of your questions. We will also have Matteo joining us, Matteo Moreto, for all the latest from Spain, and I have something to share with you, also many other things. I see some Arsenal fans asking on the here we go for Riccardo Calafiori. Guys, the negotiation between Arsenal and Bologna for Riccardo Calafiori is underway, is ongoing. Even today, all parties are talking. Calafiori, we know that, has an agreement with Arsenal. Calafiori is in love with the possibility of joining Arsenal. He loves the possibility to work under a fantastic coach like Mikel Arteta. Calafiori believes that Arsenal project is an amazing project for present, but also future, full of young talents. So Calafiori is really attracted by this possibility. The contract is there. It's a 5-year deal, 2029, 4 million euros net per season. So everything is ready on player side, and Calafiori is just waiting for the call from Bologna telling him, okay, you've been sold, you can travel for medical. So this is the situation for Calafiori. Now, Bologna and Arsenal are negotiating for something around 50 million euros fee, but they still need to agree on the structure of the deal. How much is going to be the fixed fee, how much is going to be the structure of the add-ons. So there are some points to clarify between all parties involved, but negotiations ongoing for Riccardo Calafiori to Arsenal. So this is getting really, really concrete. Then I see the question from Kobe22. Thank you for the power chat question. Does Ben Chilwell now have a chance to leave after signing the versatile defender? First of all, thank you for the question. And yes, because yes, that Chelsea already signed a player in that position, and this is Renato Veiga. Renato Veiga, born in 2003, Portuguese player. Exclusive news from the weekend, was a very surprising one. I was really, really surprised also when I got the news, because we were not expecting a name from the Swiss league to join Chelsea, and the name was Renato Veiga. So the agreement for Renato Veiga to Chelsea is done, 14 million euros, contract until 2032, and now Renato is in London to complete medical tests. For Ben Chilwell to leave is a possibility. In case they receive a good proposal, Ben Chilwell could leave. Or for Cucurella. Cucurella is doing fantastic at the Euros, but in case Chelsea receive big money on the table, Cucurella could also be on the move. So let's wait and see. But for sure, one between Chilwell and Cucurella could leave Chelsea. Chilwell has possibilities. At the moment, I'm not aware of anything advanced, but we will see. Fuserino asking about Morata to AC Milan. Guys, for Morata, is the player who has to decide. As soon as Morata will decide what he wants to do, whether he wants to respect what he said about Atletico Madrid, staying at Atletico Madrid, loving Atletico Madrid, wanting to win in titles at Atletico Madrid, or if he wants to try a different experience with AC Milan, keen on signing him. So it's on Alvaro Morata. Buongiorno to Napoli, Adrian. Everything is going absolutely well, negotiating on the contract, but everything going okay. Armando Broya, Mysore, still nothing concrete. There was a possibility for him to leave before June 30 with several clubs interested, Brighton, Leicester. Now we will see what happens in the next weeks with interest from several clubs. My expectation is still for him to leave the club. On De Ligt and Zirkzee, I will explain to you the situation in a minute. Then, okay, just a second, that my phone is with some update also for Borussia Dortmund fans. My friend, on Osimhen, still nothing new, still nothing imminent. So I see many questions always on Victor Osimhen, but at the moment is still nothing new. Then, okay, I was checking the power chat. I wanted to tell you something on De Ligt and Zirkzee. So for Matthijs De Ligt, the negotiation between Manchester United and Bayern is advancing very well. So Manchester United and Bayern are talking about the fee for Matthijs De Ligt. I'm told that the conversation between all parties involved is going well. So player, clubs, all of them are proceeding well in negotiations. For Matthijs De Ligt wants to go to Manchester United. De Ligt and the agreement with Manchester United is not an issue at all. So everything is proceeding very well for Matthijs De Ligt, waiting on the agreement between clubs. Then, just give me a second for Borussia Dortmund. Okay. Because Borussia Dortmund are set to pay the release clause for Waldemar Anton. It was already, here we go, weeks ago. But Borussia Dortmund will pay the release clause for Waldemar Anton today. So the deal will be completed in the next hours, because Waldemar Anton will become new Borussia Dortmund player. So we can confirm that this deal is gonna be done today. I'm tweeting in this moment for Valdemar Anton. Then I will take all your questions from Power Chat, guys, of course. And I will tell you something on Joshua Zirkzee, because on Joshua Zirkzee, we also have to explain what's going on, but we are almost there. This is what we can say today. So Valdemar Anton and Borussia Dortmund set to be completed today. Just a second. So we tweet live this story, and Van Nistelrooy is still waiting for visa. Yes, but Van Nistelrooy already signed with Manchester United, so don't worry, everything will be okay for Ruud Van Nistelrooy and Rene Hake to join the coaching staff of Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, so everything is okay. Fenerbahce and El Nesiri, they are negotiating, so they remain interested in El Nesiri. Okay. Okay, here we go with all your questions. Then I wanted to clarify something. On Rayan Cherki, I see many questions. What's the point? That Borussia Dortmund made contact with the player, and Borussia Dortmund have strong interest in Rayan Cherki in terms of contract, in terms of opportunity, in terms of talent. But to reach an agreement with Olympique Lyon, what's needed for Borussia Dortmund is to clarify on the sell-on clause, because Olympique Lyon are asking for a big sell-on clause. For Rayan Cherki, they asked for a big sell-on clause to Paris Saint-Germain, and they're doing exactly the same also with Borussia Dortmund. So this is why the deal is not closed or done yet. Then let me take some of your questions. Let me take some of your questions, and I see here. So on Joshua Zirkzee, let me explain to you the situation. Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United, here we go, is really imminent. Why? Because Manchester United have an agreement with the player. So the agreement between Man United and Zirkzee is done, is an agreement on the contract, on the salary, on the commission. So everything is agreed and done. What's needed now is to decide whether Manchester United will go and pay the release clause 40 million euros in one solution. So on the financial point of view, for Man United, it's better to negotiate with Bologna, or if they can negotiate and strike a new deal with Bologna, I mean, with new structure of the deal, because that's also a possibility. Maybe to pay, that's just my opinion, but something like 42, 43 million euros, but in 3, 4, 5 years, instead of paying everything in one solution immediately. So this is the point. There are two ways: trigger the clause or negotiate with Bologna. The two clubs are in contact, but in any case, Manchester United will proceed with the Joshua Zirkzee deal. They want to sign Joshua Zirkzee. They have an agreement with Joshua Zirkzee. They decided internally to proceed. Joshua Zirkzee can't wait to be a new Manchester United player. I can guarantee for that. And so it's just a matter of short time, and then Joshua will become new Manchester United player. Any chance for Chelsea to get Doué? My friend Dragos, thank you for the question, but at the moment I can guarantee that he's in the list of several clubs. Let me include also Bayern, let me include also PSG, let me include also Tottenham. So at the moment, still nothing has been clarified about the future of Desiree Doué. In the next weeks, the situation will be obviously more clear, but for sure it's going to be one to watch. At the moment, I'm not aware of something really, really close. Paul Lopez is close to becoming a new Como player from Olympique Marseille. Olympique Marseille are advancing in talks to sign Mason Greenwood. This is another big story of the day, an exclusive story of the day, because Olympique Marseille today sent a formal proposal to Manchester United. Man United are open to permanent transfer or loan, but the loan has to be with an obligation to buy. So it's basically the same thing. The only thing changing is about the payment terms. So the discussion between Manchester United and Olympique Marseille is ongoing. Mason Greenwood is keen on the move to Olympique Marseille. Mason Greenwood knows that Roberto De Zerbi wants him strongly as a top priority for Olympique Marseille. I can guarantee that Marseille are giving total priority to this deal this week, so they want to make it happen as soon as possible. Man United want a big sell-on clause to be included in the deal for Mason Greenwood. So there are still some points to clarify. It's still not a done deal, but Olympique Marseille sent a proposal and are advancing in talks for Mason Greenwood. Let me take other questions coming from you. We said about Alessandro Buongiorno, Adrian asking Alessandro Buongiorno getting closer to Napoli. The medical for Alessandro Bongiorno, Adrian asking, will be really soon. Don't worry, the Here We Go is coming as soon as they agree on the final details of the release clause, and then everything will be okay. Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp legend asking, my friend, don't worry, the Liverpool are working on things behind the scenes. So Liverpool are active. We said about Rio joining from Chelsea for the academy, of course. For the first team, they are active and they will accelerate. Then, Aika Patents Correa from Inter. At the moment, my friend, still not something, how can I say, done or completed. There is interest from Aika Patents, but still not something really close. Then, Casemiro update yet. There is a strong possibility for Casemiro to go to Saudi. That remains the case. That remains a strong possibility. We wait, in this case, to see what happens in terms of proposals. Manchester United are still waiting for an official bid for Casemiro. But Casemiro could be one of the players set to leave Manchester United in the summer transfer window. And we know that Man United want to add one more midfielder this summer. Ugarte is one of the names. Any chance of United going in for Nico Williams? Thanks for the question, but at the moment, I'm not aware of this. That if United will enter, I will let you know. At the moment, for Nico Williams, we know about Barcelona's strong interest, and we know that Chelsea really like the player. Same for Arsenal, but still very expensive, 58 million euros release clauses plus taxes. Then, any other business was going for Arsenal except Calafiori. But my friend, Calafiori is not a normal business. He's an excellent player, Riccardo Calafiori. So it would be a fantastic signing for Arsenal. They are negotiating for Calafiori. And then let's see what happens with the outgoings in other positions. And Arsenal will try to do something else for sure. My friend, to name wingers for Chelsea, as soon as I know who is the winger they want, I will let you know. Fenerbahce and Nesiri, Media Fener, I confirmed that Fenerbahce are negotiating for Nesiri, so talks are ongoing. Any word on Manchester City signing a new midfielder if Kevin De Bruyne even if Kevin De Bruyne stays? My friend Snowy asking, at the moment still nothing imminent for Manchester City. We had reports of Dani Olmo, but at the moment I told that Manchester City are not in advanced talks for Dani Olmo at this stage. So we will see. The release clause for Dani Olmo, 60 million euros, is valid until July 15. So there is still not so long time before they can make it happen. Are Crystal Palace looking for a left-footed player to replace Michael Olise? My friend, we mentioned Ugarte from Monaco. We said about the interest in Soule, but in general, Crystal Palace are looking at many players. They have been in the race for Philogen, waiting for the decision of the player who is also wanted by Ipswich Town and Everton. There are really many clubs interested in this boy. And also Crystal Palace considered Antonio Nusa, but at the moment, still nothing advanced. So Palace are busy, don't worry. They will sign important players up front for sure. And there is a lot of interest in Edouard. So many clubs are showing interest in Edouard. For Philogen, guys, let me explain to you. I see many Everton, Ipswich Town, Palace fans. Palace, Ipswich and Everton all agreed on terms with Hull City to sign Philogen. Now they need the green light from the player. That's the story. That's the point. Any news on the replacement for Jonathan Tah for Leverkusen after Anton joined Dortmund? My friend, as soon as I know, I will let you know. Let's see if they go for Mats Hummels, because they considered Mats Hummels internally. Let's see if they will make a proposal for him. At the moment, it's still not clear. Any news about Chido B. Martin? Chido has a proposal from Arsenal to extend the contract. They made an important proposal, contract, salary, so a really big proposal financially, but he wants to consider also other club proposals before deciding, including Bayern and including Borussia Dortmund. Gallagher and Chilwell, future news. On Gallagher, I will tell you in a minute. Also, Matteo Moretto is joining us from Spain. And for Chilwell, as we said, there is a possibility for him to leave. Yes, if Chelsea receive a proposal. Is that guaranteed? Not yet, because at the moment, Chelsea are not in active negotiation with any club. So we will see in the next weeks. Then, Ivan Rakitic update. Not yet. I will let you know as soon as possible, guys, about that one. Then Osimhen, not yet. Palhinha announcement as soon as possible, guys, but Palhinha agreed on everything to be a new Bayern player. There is an agreement Bayern-Fulham, so it's just a matter of time. Girassi medical will take place really soon. Yannick, let me say that the Girassi deal was never in danger. It was just the technical time needed to prepare all the contracts, to prepare all the documents, and make the deal happen. This was the case. Okay. Then. Okay, I think Matteo is here, so we can also touch on Conor Gallagher. I will give you an update on Conor Gallagher. I saw your tweet 4 in the morning. Where do you sleep? My friend, thank you for the question, but we try to sleep between 5 and 9. This is the the idea. This is the plan. Then we can bring in Matteo as soon as he's ready, so we can talk about other stuff. Cap at Al Ittihad was something they were considering before the president resigned. Now the president resigned, and so the deal for Pioli has collapsed, the deal for Artur Teate has collapsed, so there are many issues at Al Ittihad now. That's why. Calafiori deal advancing? Absolutely yes. Ciao Matte, ¿qué tal estás?
Ciao Fabri, ¿qué tal? Muy buena.
Todo bien, todo bien. Guys, we will speak Spanish with Matteo as always. I will be translating for you. But remember, for our friends of Playback, that now we are here streaming with Matteo, but you can also create your own Playback room to discuss your favorite team or your league with your community. So if you want to host streams on Playback, you can just go to Playback, creator.playback.tv and apply. And imagine you can even make money by running a channel here on Playback. So a big opportunity, but also many things to say on the Spanish market, many things to mention. Mate, I wanted to start from Saúl Ñíguez, the midfielder of Atletico Madrid, who could leave the club. We said that he is not in the plans of Atletico Madrid for this new season, and so Saúl is ready and close to leaving Atletico Madrid. Está cerca de dejar el Atleti, ¿no?
Sí, totalmente. El Atlético de Madrid ya le dijo, la directiva del Atlético ya le dijo que no cuentan con él para la próxima temporada. El Cholo Simeone ya le dijo que no cuenta con él. Y la info que te puedo contar, Fabri, es que Saúl quiere intentar resolver su futuro antes de que empiece la pretemporada del Atlético. Así que aún quedan 4 días, creo, 3-4 días. Y ahora mismo el Sevilla está apretando para ficharle. La negociación es en torno de Saúl y Sevilla. El Atlético aún no ha recibido ninguna llamada por parte de Sevilla, porque a lo mejor Saúl Saúl podría rescindir su contrato y firmar por el Sevilla. Esto queda por ser resuelto. Pero el Sevilla aprieta y acaba de ofrecer un contrato de 3 años a Saúl. Así que vamos a ver si el tema avanza, pero tiene buena pinta.
Okay, so guys, just to translate, Sevilla are getting closer to signing Saúl from Atletico Madrid. The negotiation at the moment is between Saúl and Sevilla, so still waiting to negotiate between the two clubs to understand how it goes, the negotiation between clubs. But on player side, for a 3-year contract is going well, and so former Chelsea midfielder Saúl hopes to clarify his future really soon and to become new Sevilla player. There are also other clubs interested, but now Sevilla are clear favorites to sign Saúl Ñíguez. I wanted to return also on Riccardo Calafiori, because for the first time Riccardo Calafiori and Arsenal was mentioned here, was mentioned on Playback. It was our stream 2 weeks ago to say that Riccardo Calafiori was in the list of Arsenal, and now Arsenal are getting closer to signing Calafiori because they have an agreement with Calafiori. We say that 5-year contract, 4 million euros net per season to the player. So everything is done between Arsenal and Calafiori, waiting for the agreement between Arsenal and Bologna. But this is an important week. Es una semana muy importante, ¿no? Para intentar de cerrar el pasaje de Calafiori al Arsenal.
Sí, el interés de manera fuerte lo contamos aquí en Playback juntos desde hace, creo, 2 semanas, 1 semana y media, pero esta va a ser la semana clave de Calafiori al Arsenal. El Arsenal quiere cerrar el fichaje de manera total con el Bologna por unos 50 millones. Queda por ver si 50 o 52, depende de los bonus. Ahora mismo los clubes están arreglando el tema de la parte fija y de los bonus, pero entre Calafiori y el Arsenal está todo hecho. Ya hay acuerdo total por un contrato hasta 2029. Así que, bueno, esta va a ser la semana clave de Calafiori al Arsenal.
Yes, and so guys, as Matteo says, it's going to be a crucial key week for Riccardo Calafiori to join Arsenal, because now Arsenal and Bologna are in direct contact to try to agree on every detail and make the deal happen for Riccardo Calafiori, who already said yes to Arsenal. There are still many people asking about Samu Morodion for Chelsea. I will say, guys, something, and then we let Matteo speak also on the Atletico Madrid side, on the Spanish side of the story. But what I can say, guys, is that the appreciation of Chelsea for Samu Morodion remains absolutely active. So Chelsea still believe, after they had the bid rejected, it was 3 weeks ago, when Chelsea tried to send the proposal to Atletico Madrid, it was rejected, but the appreciation of Chelsea for a player like Samu Omorodion remains. In case they have the opportunity to bring in Omorodion, they remain very interested in the player. The point and the problem is still the same, is that Atletico Madrid confirmed that they have no intention to sell Omorodion. So the only way to open this story again is if Atletico Madrid decide to open the door to the exit for Samu Omorodion, because the appreciation of Chelsea is still there. But at the moment, the deal is still not advanced because Atletico intention remains to keep the player. Correcto, Matte, que el Atleti sigue con la idea de contar con Samu Omorodion para la temporada que viene.
Sí, exactamente, Fabri. El Atlético quiere retener a Samu, quiere que Samu se quede, y Samu, repito, tiene este deseo de triunfar en el Atlético de Madrid. Lo único, yo creo, bueno, no estoy diciendo que el Chelsea vaya a pagar la cláusula, que es de 80 millones, porque es un precio muy alto, pero lo único es que el Chelsea a lo mejor pueda ofrecer algo muy, muy gordo, ¿no? Una cifra muy alta. Pero de momento el Atlético sigue con su postura y Omorodion sigue con su postura y no hay cambios.
Okay, so at the moment, as also Matteo confirms, Omorodion is still very happy to stay at Atletico Madrid, and also very clear that Atletico Madrid have no intention to sell Omorodion unless it's a big package, a big proposal. Remember that Omorodion has a buyout clause into his contract at Atletico Madrid,
Sì.
80 million euros. So it's not easy for Chelsea, but for sure the interest in the player remains. So we will see. We are still at the beginning of July, so the market is very long. Then, guys, I wanted to say something at the end of our stream on Conor Gallagher, because I think this is an important point to mention. We already discussed that in June, but let me tell you that what I'm hearing is that Atletico Madrid keep dreaming of Conor Gallagher and keep contacts active for Conor Gallagher. So Conor Gallagher is the dream target of Atletico Madrid for the midfield. I say dream because it's an expensive deal. It's not an easy deal. It's not something that you close in 1 or 2 days. But Atletico Madrid keep discussing this possibility for Conor Gallagher, made contact with people close to the player. So Atletico intention to try for Conor Gallagher is there. It's not easy, for sure. It's not imminent, for sure. But the contacts are concrete. Atletico can try to make it happen. Let's see, because it's complicated, but the interest of Atletico Madrid in Conor Gallagher is really strong. Matte, ¿cuál es la situación un poco por lado Atleti? Porque, claro, no es una operación simple, ¿no? Fácil, porque, claro, el jugador es un jugador muy importante, pero el deseo del Atleti de intentarlo sigue, ¿no?
Sí, el Atlético de Madrid ya contactó con el Chelsea por Gallagher a final de junio.
Cuando hablaron por Omorodion.
Cuando hablaron por Omorodion, el Atlético preguntó por Gallagher. Al Atleti le gusta mucho Gallagher, o sea que el interés es cierto, es real y le gusta mucho. Además, Gallagher acaba contrato en el 2025 y el Atlético busca un perfil así. Están buscando un centrocampista con estas características. Como has dicho tú, el tema de los precios, y no solo el tema de lo que pide el Chelsea, también el sueldo de Gallagher. Estamos hablando de cifras altas. Estamos hablando de una cifra que no va a ser tan fácil, pero el Atlético está ahí, hay un interés muy, muy real y vamos a ver.
Okay, perfecto. So, as Matteo mentioned, the interest of Chelsea in Conor Gallagher is concrete, is real. Contacts are also concrete. And Atletico Madrid started talking about this possibility with Chelsea when they discussed about Samu Omorodion. The two clubs were in contact for Samu Omorodion in June. They already discussed this possibility. As I said, it's not easy, I'm not saying that Conor Gallagher is 100% going to Atletico Madrid because it's an expensive deal, it's a complicated deal. But Conor Gallagher is out of contract next summer 25. And for Chelsea, at some point, maybe it could be better to make some money now and sell the player abroad, so in Spain, rather than losing the player as a free agent, and maybe see the player going to another English big club in the summer transfer window 25. So they also have to decide internally what they want to do. If they want to risk, maybe negotiate a new contract with Conor Gallagher in the next months, or if they want to sell the player. In case they decide to sell the player and to drop the price, Atletico Madrid are in contact and are there. So we will follow the situation. Just to finish, Matte, Joshua Zirkzee to Man United, we are just waiting for the final steps, ¿no? So Joshua Zirkzee va a ser un jugador del Manchester United esperando un poco a la parte final de esta operación.
Sí, bueno, la gente está esperando tu post final,
Sí.
pero no queda mucho. O sea que ahora mismo no hay otros clubes en la carrera. El Manchester United lo tiene todo hecho con el jugador. Zirkzee ya ha dicho que sí al Manchester United. Es verdad, o sea, lo hemos contado muchísimas veces. El Milan negoció por Zirkzee, yo creo que a partir de enero, febrero, pero por un tema de comisiones al final no llegaron a un acuerdo total.
Claro.
Estaba prácticamente todo hecho, faltaba esto, pero la operación se cayó y entonces ahora mismo el Manchester United tiene toda la vía para ficharle de manera definitiva.
So we are in the final stages of the deal for Joshua Zirkzee to become a new Manchester United player. AC Milan are definitely out of the race and Milan will sign a new striker, so we will clarify what's happening. Mate, la última pregunta, después te dejamos y lo cerramos aquí, es sobre David Anchko y el Atlético Madrid, because there is many people asking about David Anchko to Atlético Madrid.
Sí, el tema sigue, o sea que Atlético de Madrid y Feyenoord siguen hablando. Es verdad, sigue negociando. El Feyenoord rechazó una primera oferta de unos 20 millones. El Atlético quiere subir. El Feyenoord pide 35, 40. Pero bueno, la verdad es que el chico está presionando mucho para ir al Atlético. Vamos a ver si los clubes alcanzarán un acuerdo total sobre el precio, porque al final el problema más importante es el precio final de la operación entre clubes.
So, Atletico are on it. Let's see what's going to happen in the next weeks, as Matteo said, but the negotiations are ongoing, and it's very clear that David Anchko would love to play for Atletico Madrid. So we will follow the story. We will follow many others. Guys, as always, here on Playback, remember that you have the possibility to run your own community here on Playback. Just go on their Twitter, and you will find all the indications. I see questions about Chelsea, Adeyemi, guys, about the winger. As soon as I have the name, I will let you know. Don't worry. Also, for all the other clubs, we will keep you posted. Renato Vega Medical is ongoing. Guys, thanks to all of you. Remember to subscribe to Playback so we will be together on weekly basis, as you can see. Gracias, Matte, and see you soon.
Ciao Fabri.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti.